Must be Tuesday. Here we are going live in For the Love of Dragons. Good to see everybody. I always love touching in with my dragon family. My name is Araya Anra for all the new ones out there. And I'm your dragon guide, known as the Dragon Lady. And I am here to guide people forward. And, all of us are evolving as we go. And I'm a few steps out in front. And I've got this great connection with the dragons. So that tends to lead into whether I'm teaching or sharing or just being. As an example, there is growth that happens. And I know that when I especially touch in with Tana, my dragon self, and pull that energy through and really step into who I be, deeper messages and deeper energetic transformations start coming through in my lives and in my connections and my classes when I'm teaching. So coming on a little late today, admittedly. I look over, it's almost 11:30, and I like to come on around 11, but I was sitting with the energy today and how and what I really wanted to share, and knew that it was based on an event that came up yesterday in an exchange that I had with someone, and wanted to bring it in a way that we all move forward from it and grow from it, and how could I share that in a sense of where does everybody benefit from this? And I think I shared a short post that I was working with the Magenta Dragon yesterday. And the Magenta Dragon is about leading from the heart and stepping into fullness of embrace. So it's transparency, embrace, and soaring. And the soaring that comes from that place when you're leading with the heart. And it brought me into a deep reflection of this event that occurred that I want to share, and also made me sit with, all right, what's the energy today? What is the takeaway from this to share with the group so that everybody sort of gets something out of what transpired for me, but is a moment of clarity and sharing that we all take forward from it, that everybody gets, because everything that I learn ends up coming through to you guys. Things that happen for you guys, you share in the group and we benefit. So the Air Dragon was the card that was pulled right before coming on. And so I have the beautiful Magenta Dragon, because that was the energy I was working with yesterday. The Silver Dragon is also connected with that heart lineage and leading from the heart, coming into the heart line and the heart knowing. And the Air Dragon, I don't have his canvas here to be able to put him on the wall, but I love that he was the one that was drawn today, because he is about clarity, perspective, and awareness. And so where does this fit with what I'm talking about? So I will start here with the fact that I'm hoping you guys can all hear me. One of the focuses I've had, especially in the last month, is to make sure that my volume is up and my microphone is plugged in. And I will admit here, I am human. Okay, I am someone who gets excited about talking about stuff. I don't focus on the tech issues so much. And so a lot of times I've forgotten my microphone, and that can be very frustrating for you guys. And I know that. And yet still there are many people that can listen to and hear, and the volume's just fine on their system. So I encourage you, if your sound is low, I have my mic in, I have the volume up as far as I can. Everything outside of that is sort of out of my control. There's not much more I can do, and the microphone is only about 18 inches away from where I'm speaking, and it's quiet in this room. So giving that the best that I can, and knowing my focus has often been like, I'm so excited to talk about what I'm talking about that I want to lead in and lean into you guys and just let's focus on that. But if the recording doesn't have the volume, then people get frustrated. And what I want to bring up is this exchange happened because of that yesterday. Someone had emailed me, and it brought about a reaction for them. And I responded and sort of said this of, I'm doing the best I can. All I can do is double check it. But if the sound quality is good for 90% of the people, it's really out of my hands if your own system is being interfered with or not playing right, or there's a lot of background noise or whatever when you're trying to listen. So how I want to apply this for us all today is there are things in our life that trigger. There are situations that maybe yours is the only microphone that's low, or maybe you're the only car that gets cut off in traffic, or maybe you're the only one that the register stopped working when you were waiting in line for so long, and you get up there and you blow up because all of a sudden you've waited and waited and waited and the register breaks, and then you've got to wait some more for them to fix it or get you to a different register or whatever. So life throws us these curveballs, right? Life throws us these things. And even for me, it was a gift because it was an emotion that triggered in me when I got an email response back that was actually off on a tangent of something else that was sort of meant to be like throwing darts. And I took it to heart because that's just, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I take it to heart, and it really sunk in. And I thought, okay, this is an opportunity for me to feel. And what I talk about in all of my classes and groups is emotion is our ticket to unity. Our emotion is our ticket to our ascension. And a lot of times we don't want to deal with what is the real emotion I'm feeling here. What is my takeaway from this situation? I want to just get mad. I want to just blow up. I want to just get frustrated and like throw this mud all over the walls. Well, when we do that, we're projecting that emotion instead of, I'm going to go and feel it. So for me yesterday triggered, it was like a deep hurt of not being seen, a deep hurt of being misunderstood, a deep hurt of, wow, I got attacked for something totally unrelated to that. And that happens to all of us. And are we taking the opportunity? And this is where the air dragon comes in today. Clarity, perspective, awareness. Air dragon is that wisdom lineage. Are we sitting in the emotion and allowing it to speak to us so that we get clarity and perspective on what is this really about? Because like and a great example is when I used to get really, really irritated when I get cut off in traffic. Now it sort of just, it ruffles my feathers a little bit. But I used to get really, really irritated. And I finally sat with the emotion long enough and said, all right, what is it really that's triggering me? I feel the anger. I'm going to let the anger up. But underneath that is something else. And what I finally recognized is in traffic, when someone would cut me off, it was triggering my own buttons from way back in school and childhood of not being seen, not being paid, like my needs didn't matter. I was not being paid attention to. And so they're cutting me off because they don't even see me. I'm invisible to them because I don't matter. I'm not brought up. So that, once I dealt with that emotion, I stopped getting cut off in traffic. Or if I was getting cut off, I wasn't noticing it anymore. This is how the whole law of the universe works. When our law of attraction changes every time we actually clear out one of these emotional fields. So when we can even invite, like sometimes it's, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm getting from this. I don't know. And air dragon can come in and be brought in and say, all right, let's go back into the situation and let me help you feel it to give you that clarity, that perspective, and that awareness on what is the deeper level here. What is the deeper trigger that you've been unwilling to see, which is why all these events keep happening externally to pull you into it. Whoa, if I just had the key of feel my emotions. Feel what is the real emotion being triggered, because a lot of times we go right into anger. Like anger's our easy button, right? Anger's our like, I'm gonna get frustrated, I'm gonna get angry, I'm gonna get rageful. And if we let that out but not at somebody, like literally just feel it, we can get into the deeper. And this is why I sat yesterday and I was like, I feel all these emotions boiling. I felt myself getting on that edge of like, whew, I want to get angry and fire back. And that's where we go, wait, no, stop. Don't fire back. Don't get angry. Like, get angry, but just feel it and let it go in. So I was able to go in and see, like, whoo, where was that dart really hitting? What trigger was really hitting there? And this is the gift that, having the dragons to call in and knowing which ones to call in, or using your deck and saying, all right, there's something going on here. I need to go deeper, and pull your deck out and find which dragon can help you see it. And if you don't know, or you don't have a deck, go into the air dragons. They are the wisdom center. They are the wisdom lineage, and they're going to help you through that like background of the mental body, that deeper subconscious stuff, to get that perspective and that clarity. So allowing that, the beautiful thing was, and I'll just share this because Magenta Dragon is about transparency, about embrace, about leading from the heart. And then from that takes you into soaring, because you have this big wide open heart and you're not afraid to be seen. You're not afraid to be attacked. You're not afraid to have whatever happen, because you know that I'm in that heart space. I'm open to see and feel. And so as I go into transparency, it was, for me, there's a learning curve and a lesson going on for me in stepping into that leading from the heart, and instead of going into how I might normally respond, my work, and this is big because I'm water dragon lineage, I'm in that heart lineage. Go in, feel my gut heart response. What would my response be? And then go deeper and, all right, allow high heart, because the Magenta is the high heart. What's the difference between our heart chakra, our human heart, and our high heart? The high heart is a chakra that's opening on the human framework as we move into our unity consciousness, as we step forward. And having that high heart, it's actually one of your dragon chakras. So for those of you that are dragon and working on that merge with your light body self, your high heart is one of your dragon chakras. That's your dragon's heart. It's different from the dragon heart full in, but that's the heart chakra. And so pulling into that, if I can step into and merge with my dragon self and feel Tana come forward and say, whoa, my heart is that much bigger, how would I respond to either the situation or the attack or the whatever's transpiring? How would I respond if I'm actually fully merged in my heart space before I respond? And typically what happens for me is I'm able to feel the depth of why or where the attack came from, or where this aggressive energy, or where this trigger button of the event happening. If I can always step into that and go, all right, bigger heart perspective, much bigger perspective. This is my soul light body level perspective, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to lead from the heart. And in that, I can see their pain. I can see where they're coming from. I can see why the dart might get thrown, and then I don't take it as personally. Then I can allow myself to actually go, all right, what's in it for me here? What is the underlying truth? Because I can see and feel my heart and know, all right, so for me yesterday, I need more conscious focus on, I got to step into that leading heart space in every moment. It's not just when Tana is present. It's not just when I'm focused on that when I'm teaching. It's every moment, especially the trigger moments when, all right, how do I respond? What do I answer to this person? Or what is the thing that wants to be shared from me? And that's what I do before my lives. You guys don't necessarily know my process before I come on, but I sit and I feel the energy of the group. I feel the sort of topic that wants to come out. And obviously this was big today because it started yesterday and is pulling us into a much bigger opening here. You can feel it. Wow, okay, so Runa is saying sound is gone. Now that's very interesting. Anybody else that's on, give me a thumbs up if you have sound, because my mic is in, my volume is all the way up, and this is where life will throw us curveballs. If yours the only one that sound is out, what is that telling you? Is there something you don't want to hear? Is there something that you want to get frustrated about and like have something else to see? So say there's 100 people listening or watching the replay, maybe a couple hundred, and 5 have sound issues. Well, there's something in that for those 5 of what is that you either didn't want to hear, or when we need to listen really, really carefully because the sound is low, the volume is low, I have to listen really, really carefully. That means I'm really paying attention. And that might be your guide's way of getting you to really hone in and listen to what's being talked about or shared, not just with me, but with anything you're listening to or anyone you're listening to. And, all right, let it be your own, all right, the volume's low on this. Am I going to let it get me pissed off and irritated, or am I going to go, wow, is that for everybody, or is it just me? And like, okay, what's my takeaway from that? Is there something that I listen to, or that I'm really not wanting to listen to? These are the kinds of things where, like, even in past, and I see Genevieve Bonbon, it comes and goes. How interesting. So here I've got in and out sound. What is going on with it? What is that of poor wireless connection? Isn't that interesting? We had a poor internet connection. Uh-oh, no sound. Ingrid saying no sound. Sound is back, just weird connection. So isn't that interesting? We've got this very interesting thing going on that is a dynamic on both sides where, hey, I've got a Wi-Fi signal that's cutting in and out. In fact, I was just literally 30 minutes ago on the phone. I've got a tech coming out on Friday because I've had this issue for a year and a half, but yeah, videos coming and going. So this is interesting because this is giving us all this. All right, are you willing to be patient to get the gems? Are you really willing to listen to get the piece that's there for you in this? Or do you get frustrated and walk away? Do you say, oh, darn it, it's out again, I'm not even going to listen anymore? And this is the, all right, let's work through it, let's allow. And I'm just going to hold the heart energy, because whether or not you can hear me, this is the beauty of this too. Whether or not you can hear me, there is a huge energetic opening happening today in the group, and just allowing this heart energy to come. And this is where, like, my responsibility of, all right, here I am as this guide. I can step into my heart space even more. I can step bigger into leading from the heart. This is the Magenta Dragon, Sophie, Cephalor Indriamus, or well, this actually, no, Ilyana, I'm sorry. It's 11:44. We had another pause there. This is going to be one of those dynamics of, do you keep listening? Do you not? And allowing the Magenta Dragon that I'm working with is, all right, it's really about the heart space of connection, because I don't have to speak any words for you to get the message. Energetically, through the heart, dynamically through your dragon, you're going to receive this message, and you're going to get the spotty words in and out. Why? What they're telling me right now is this is about expanding your connection to the full telepathic body, so that you actually receive all the energetic that is being sent, because the message is there energetically. And when we get clung onto the idea of hearing the words, sometimes the message gets missed. So allowing that, for me, it's another level of my mastery. And many of you guys in my programs know, those that get called to the program, so those that are feeling the call to the next quantum flight, this is about where you step into your mastery. And all of these little keys, cues, and codes, so you're laughing about this stopped image. Yeah, the keys, cues, and codes are, that's stepping into your mastery, and this is what we do in our programs. One of the things that the Magenta Dragon showed me yesterday very clearly was, you're not here to play small. You're not here to cater to the what I might call kindergartners, and that's not a reflection. That's because I'm teaching at co-op, and I've learned homeschooling in the last 2 years. I am not meant to be a preschool or elementary school teacher. I'm meant to be like master level, college level, and take you guys through into your mastery. So those the beings that get called to me, those the ones that are gonna get this messaging in the underlying ethers, and take it. So take it, run with it, and know if you're getting a heart call, there we go, Barkana's getting all good. You're getting that heart call to step in your mastery. It's because that's what I do. That's the ones that come to me. And this is why my programs are small. This is why I'm taking more in the 8-week program than I used to. I'll take up to 22, but typically I've had anywhere from 5 to 12 in any of my groups, because it's not numbers for me. It's mastery and focus. And if I get that many graduate students ready to dive in, that's what it's about. So this whole dynamic today is something that is a piece we're all moving into higher levels of our own mastery. And the gift for me was yesterday being shown by the Magenta Dragon. A piece that I am pushing into working on is that leading from the heart piece. And I will do it as I step into class. I will do it as I step into session. I will do it as I step into a live. And am I doing it every moment? This is my own check-in. Am I doing it in every moment, in every interaction? Do I let my heart really connect into my fullness of self before I respond, before I engage, whatever it is? So just sharing that in, that's what my takeaway has been in the last 24 hours. And the beauty of this, Air Dragon is ready to work with you. Find the perspective, clarity, and awareness of the triggers that are happening in your life, and watch how things start rolling forward when you have those little aha moments. Those are why I love teaching. I love teaching because of the aha moments when I see either the eyes light up, something shift in the soul, and we're on a new course now, a new trajectory, and that's super exciting to me. So if you're feeling called to work together, the quantum flight applications are coming in. I'm going to start interviews in another week, and I'm excited to see this group sphere forming. I will tell you the group sphere format, the foundational players, were different for the first time ever, and it's showing me the movement into the new earth, into the 5D. I'm super excited about it. We've got the lions and the dragons both in the sphere holding space, and so this is a new development and super exciting. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I know that I always mention the discovery calls to see, like, are we a good fit? Do you want information that I can help you get lined out? Where do you go next? They're on my booking calendar, homepage of either site, dragonwithin.com or invokehealing.com. And if you're not finding something, reach out by email, Araya at either of those, and let's get you connected to where you're going, because that's what gets me excited. That's why I'm a teacher. That's why I'm a guide, first and foremost, and love coming and speaking to you guys every week. So definitely a different live this week. Thank you for your patience waiting through the signal and the in and out on the volume. Honestly, I've done nothing different here. Nothing different. So powers that be, energies that be are fluxing and flowing to give us that opportunity to sit in that, what are you letting get triggered? What do you need to lean into to listen to? So I always love when the universe supports us in our work and shows us tangible, evidential examples to live by and to pick up on, to work through so that we can apply it in other places in our life. All right, wishing you guys a great week. I will see you next Tuesday, and share, let's get on posts and share what's coming up for you.